quietly call to me, come inside your dream, an echo of your melody. You live inside your dream.
Agbede Meyi Irona Adigunjale Ara Adichinike Ibosi Ekpami O Egberun Ibuso Belu Bosi Tolefu Egberun Marandin Ni Ikpa Ati Ogorun Ibuso Alaguluku Omi Agbede Meyi Irona Egberun Maranleni Adota Irinajo Egberun Ni Ona Ogorun Awon Baba Lawa Igbimo Ote Ati Iwa Adaniloro Lori Ibule Pelu Omije Olodu Ninu Omi Okunti Araken Pelu Aroken Lori Idubule Lara Awon Oku Pelu Egben Ifi Ajeni Lona Ayito Ati Fifi Babani Sumi Ati Abiku Oyun Orile Ede Awon Eniyan Dudu Igbimo Ote Ati Iwa Adaniloro Ibadanu Ita Ajogumba Ona Legend Sukbon Eru Ko Gbodo Bagbe Ile Abiyamo ni Ihoho Omoluwa Abipelu Arobo Leyewon Tí wọ́n ní láti kú ikú aláìrò. Pàṣẹ omírànrẹ̀ ìgbàwọ̀ ìwà ilẹ̀ aláyé gbàǹjọ. Ẹ̀gbọ́jì olóró ní ojú àbá ẹ̀gbà. Síkèsíkè lórún jọkújọkú. Ìgbẹ́kúdè lówó. Este pata marron larin enikini ati enikiji. Big Benny Kolumi Irokeke Basen Layen Alayi Igbe Oro O Egbalayi Igbe Oro Lekansi Egbalayi Igbe Oro O Oloro Ayata Egberun Melanie Adbota Inato Egbegberun ni ona ogorun àwọn baba ńlá wa. Egbegberun ni ona ogorun àwọn baba ńlá wa. Ẹgbẹ̀rún ni ọ̀nà ọgọ́rùn-ún àwọn baba ńlá wa.
In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. The earth was without form and void, and darkness was on the face of the deep. God said, "I'm lonely." So God created man in his imagination. From where his image comes, God created them all.
Please make that racket stop! Sonny! Sonny!
Yes, Mrs.
Don't you hear that racket? And go tell them to cease at once. Make it stop! And what are you looking, pray tell?
Mrs., what racket is it you hear?
Are you questioning me?
No, I ain't questioning you. I'm telling you there ain't no sound nowhere excepting what's coming out of this room.
Why are you being so offensively petulant?
Well, with all due respect, I'm a free woman now, and I see your darkness clear in your eyes, and it's my choosing if I want to know who I'm talking to. Us newly freed folk was meeting. I heard you hollering and thought, but I see you fine now. So I'm returning to my people now. So if you'll excuse me.
Wait a minute, please. Now, you've always been my sonny, my sunshine. No one could have loved you more. I took real good care of you, and all of you. Don't you love me anymore?
Miss Hardwick, with all due respect, now you may enjoy all the eggs life could give you, but you ain't never thought about how that chicken feels after laying so many eggs.
Who's talking about eggs? Oh dear, you are so dumb. But I'm here for you.
Since I'm free, you asking, I'm telling. And there ain't nothing you can do now.
That may not necessarily be true, but go on.
Miss Hardwick, there had to be a civil war to make y'all stop acting human-like and start acting like humans. And the president had to tell y'all twice.
Sonny, please. Please don't be so cruel. Look at this. Look at me. I can't get around much these days. There's nothing left. No one left. And the fields, all the menfolk have died or deserted, and all I have is you.
No, you don't. You can't have me or any of us no more. President Lincoln said that 2 years ago in 1863, and day before today, June 19th, 1865. It be official now. So you got your July 4th, and we got our June 19th.
If you leave now, then heaven have mercy on you, as you shall reap what you sow, leaving me in this condition after everything I've done for you and all of you.
Well, missus, with all due respect, then rightfully, and don't be thinking God is mocked. But if we sowed these here crops, then we should be the rightful owners reaping them. I reckon we all gonna reap what we done sowed, according to God, that is.
What am I going to do?
We asking ourselves the same thing.
But what are you going to do? You need me.
I need you like we need whippings with salt, or taking without asking, or walking without hanging, or having babies and can't mother them, with all due respect.
We had to be trained to train you all. We went by the guide.
You got a guide? Is that a person or a thing?
It's also in the Bible. Parts of the Holy Bible selected for use among Negro slaves. You know this. We taught you the Bible, God's word.
Miss Hardwick, I'm sorry, but I think I should be heading on now.
Sonny, don't go. You know how I relish speaking the Bible. I am God-fearing and God-respecting.
Your Bible is wrong, because ain't no God worth believing. That I find it hard to believe that a God would want to cause harm and hurt. And I seen the real Bible, and it'd be a lot more thickness than that what you got.
Our teaching Bible removed the fictitious language of a fiction writer who may appeal to the uncivilized slave and encourage them to do the uncivilized. God said to help those incapable of helping themselves.
We ain't never done nothing to you for you to cross the ocean to get us, and then to be so mean.
Ephesians says, servants, be obedient to them that are your masters according to the flesh, with fear and trembling and singleness in your heart, as unto Christ. You are the servant, and I am the master.
In the real one, it says that Moses demanded to let my people go, to go to the promised land. I can't say this land here got promise. You ain't my master. I ain't your servant. I'm a child of God.
Oh, oh no, my dear Sonny. See how you need me? You can't survive out there not knowing anything.
Human.
You Negroes are inferior by nature. It had something to do with Noah and the children of Ham. That's where it says about obedience and master.
Miss Harwood, we'll have a decision for you soon as to whether we're going or staying to crop ourselves. And my name is not Sonny. I am not your sunshine. And my name is Moses.
Hold on, Sonny.
Moses.
Moses, What kind of name like Moses is proper for a Negro woman or any woman? Let's just finish our conversation and then you go for as long as you need, like by tomorrow. Now, stay. Oh, God, God, God makes people in his image. All men are made in the image of God. And we know God can not possibly be a Negro. Therefore, a Negro is not man.
Use fear, distrust, and envy for control purposes. Take this simple list of differences and think about them. Age, color or shade, intelligence, size, sex, sizes of plantation, status on plantation, attitude of owners, have fine hair, coarse hair, is tall or short. I give you an outline of action, but before that, I shall assure you that distrust is stronger than trust and envy stronger than adulation, respect, or admiration. The black slave receiving this indoctrination shall carry on and will become self-fulfilling, self-refueling, and self-generating for hundreds of years, maybe thousands. Don't forget, you pitch the old black male versus the young black male, and the young black male versus the old black male. You must use the dark-skinned slaves versus the light-skinned slaves, and the light-skinned slaves versus the dark-skinned slaves. You must use the female versus the male, and the male versus the female. You must also have a white overseer who distrusts all blacks. But it is necessary that your slaves trust and depend on us. They must love, respect, and trust only us. Gentlemen, these kits are keys to control. Use them. Have your wives and children use them. Never miss an opportunity. If used intensely for 1 year, the slaves themselves will remain perpetually distrustful. Humiliate the black male slave and have his wife as you choose, and often as you choose, before his very eyes. Break them like wild horses. Humiliate the black female slave and take her tit and feed white babies. Break them like wild horses, and they are loyal for generations. Break up families and sell at the highest bid. Slave mothers will soon forget like mother bitches forgetting their pups. When you see your servants are dwindling in numbers and will threaten your harvest or your resources are low, have the nigger slave produce baby niggers by her nigger son and sell the nigger child at the highest bid. Look at them all and you see generations of motherfuckers. If you can convince the lowest white man he's better than the best colored man, he won't notice you're picking and he'll empty his pockets for you. Remember, remind yourselves of this regularly. Remind your children that they remind their children. Now, let's make a slave.
tell you what is true.
That's right. And if I'm lying, I'm flying like an eagle. Oh, I tell you, everybody asking where we're going, if we're going, who's going, and who in the world is staying.
This war may be blessed us or cursed us.
Cursed? Why you say cursed?
Because I don't know how people be thinking and what they be thinking and why they be thinking it. If it's something that could hurt us. And it ain't just white folk.
You about right as air. All skin folk ain't kinfolk. Ain't nothing more harmful than pure ignorance and the educated stupid. They know doggone well they counting on the right word from the wrong lips.
They're all confused.
Can't right much blame them. Hope will make you do things you never thought you could.
I would.
This war sure done blessed us with a chance to choose if it blessed us with anything.
And all ain't gonna be happy with the choosing choice. Give it time and see.
The only problem is how they choose to choose. Look at all them trees out there, feeding on the blood and bones of a whole lot of them slave folk who couldn't see today.
But we fight and we won.
We've been through it. Kept on because we can't stand to see it keep on happening. Tell you something. We may not know where we're going, but we sure know we ain't going back.
And you know it, and I know it, and a lot of us know it. We can't live like that no more.
You right again, I tell you. You right again.
I don't lie. That's why we got to tell our children and make sure they tell their children.
And keep it going? Shoot, we could be having something kind of nice and even amongst us. And you know what?
Know what?
We keep this up, I tell you. And I ain't lying about this neither.
Then get on with it.
I am now. Now let me talk. But think about it. If we did it for all the children born to all of us, and theirs to all of them, and we could be on solid ground with them for, 100 years.
What you talking about? 1,000 years.
Mhm.
Stories of lore of specter gods of wisdom, a Nazi for survival since their genesis awakened. Instinct and thought were fed you, child, until great grand manhood from your great grands. This is the story of your people.
The great and brave wear overloins, the captured lion, with only hands and wit. The man-child clothed villagers. His sharp lens drew senses for taste and healing, and he fed generations. She nursed villages. Tales of spirits of night and light starred out maps from gods of directions, hair-braided maps to freedom. We must use our head. Ceremonies waited celebration until he returned a man, bearing only the weight of growth on his shoulders, the weight of roast and praise, the feast.
This is the story of your people. Weep, little children, weep. Salty water mixes, Salt water will run its course in veins in the vastness of all creations through pierced tunnels of waterways, trailing, deepening, dampening paths of return voyages and floating crates decked with unfamiliar trees, crating captive live cargo, commodity. The salt air drives not the Niger, Osun, or Ogun that flows and once soothes when lies are warm with golden yellow and Mahu coos the moon. Unfamiliar scents of senses flow. They do not rinse away the darkness of what is or will be from packed, embodied bodies. Salt water mixes and open pores of the reddening sea and does not cleanse to clarity of painted faces of the gods from the great grass. Salt water does not rinse away the unknown, and you search what your mind has held.
This is the story of your people. Weep, little children, weep. Salt water mixes with the splash from the growing and breasted. The howls of the howls of the animal spirits that once led them to the village motherland of song and dance. Salt water rains in the thunder of confusion and lightning strikes at their backs. Salt water mixes with babbles and beckons to Olorum, God of gods. The ocean swells with anger and purges from his children. Loads are lighter, and whaling cargo is fed to the great white. Your eyes search the minds of the spirit guides, the saviors that you know. Where are the great grands of lore? Who are they? Bent sinew stretches as far as the bow. The deck extends the plank to the ancestral festival of life and to Uajit and Nekubit, angels of death from giving life, who gently embrace your mother with child. Thunder and drums pound in pulses and deafen the captors. They dance beats. Instincts are extinguished and folklore is forlorn. This is the story of your people. Weep, little children, weep. For in weeping, your instincts will rinse and renew with new tales and lore of unknown gods and gods of unknown and rebuked. It is the faith you know not yet that will carry you, not the crate. Foresight will awaken. Anansi surrounds, Bienkabi will peacefully follow you, and Imani will faithfully guide you.
So, weep, little warriors, weep. This is the story of your people.
The Middle Passage, Invasion of the Body Snatchers, the noise of rage and self-righteous indignation. 1,000-mile walk to a floating coffin. 3,700 miles of water. 120 days in a compartmentalized casket. The Middle Passage. 54,000 voyages. 100 million ancestors.
intent to commit. Lying in prostration, eyes search for clarity. Angry seas rocking and tossing everything from the inside. Small morsels of food, dinner twice. Lying in prostration with the defecated dead. Defenseless defenders witnessed the rape of the motherland and the miscarriage of Africa. Intent to commit. Memories burned for generations to hold of who they were and where they were and from where they've come. It should never be lost. Naked mamas with clinging babes, steadfast to choose their death. Rather die than be a concubine. The cat o' nine tails, whips on back, skin slashed, the howling, hollering soul. Hot tar covered old scars. Fighting warriors shackled at the neck, hands tied, 5 feet between. One shove on a slick deck, one crack, one whip. Feet can't stop from escaping an open ship. One splash, all scream. The dives from outrage or enrage, the only way from the maddening crave. Another splash, another scream, another splash, another scream. Oh God! Oh God! 50, 50 more, and more, and more. 54,000 voyages. 100 million ancestors. 100 million ancestors. 100 million ancestors.
Sammy. Oh, my Sammy.
Miss Harvey?
Oh, Sammy, I'm real happy to see you. And I'd like to take this opportunity to tell you that you've always been my favorite hand. You're like my right hand, and I'm right-handed.
Now understand, all us ain't think alike in deciding where I am gonna be.
It can end here. All of us can end here.
If a person hide his sickness, then he can't expect to be healed. You need healing. You got sickness, Miss Hardwick, and you ain't the only one. But a sick person generally know when they sick, Miss Hardwick.
I feel it as fine to be expected under these dire circumstances. But yes, fine. I am sick, Sammy. I'm sick of it all. Oh, How I would give anything to have my legs back, my house back, my life back. I want my life back. And a wonderful life it was. So much happiness and joy and dancing. Blossoms surround you with the scents of jasmine and rose and even honeysuckle in the cool of the night. Spring to autumn. I planted some myself. Fields of crop, tobacco, corn, and the growing leaves frolicked in the air, waving hello from their gift from God. We were kissed by the Almighty and smiled at the same time. It's all in ruins. My crops, my life. Look away down south in Dixie. Away, away, away.
Yeah, well, it seemed like 38 of us is leaving. And one don't know, and two will be discussed between you and them. It ain't for me to say.
Yes, Sammy. Which one are you? Are you staying? Yes? Don't know? We can talk.
Oh no, Miss Aubrey. My right spirit ain't here. My right spirit ain't here. Mm-mm.
Y'all got spirits? Is that why all this happened? Because of your damn spirits? I rebuke you, Satan, in the name of God.
Well, I'm on my way now.
But where will you go?
That'll be figured out once we get there. But we free slaves supposed to get 40 acres and a mule. That means we take more than what you got here.
From where did you get that bilge?
That's what Mr. Lincoln signed by General Sherman. He asked what they wanted, and they told him they wanted land near each other till they're able to buy it for our own and not with white folk. With all due respect, God got a lot of prejudice for us that it gonna add to the healing time from what we already know.
Oh, Sambo, that's only down south, not here.
And a mule, too.
I think I told you all that you will be paid handsomely. We can figure something out with the land.
We thinking on things.
But what are you going to do? You can't read. You don't know how to do anything other than what you've been doing the entirety of your life. You don't know anybody. They'll hang you like laundry. And I wouldn't be able to stand the thought of something so dreadful happening to my Sammy, my Sambo.
I'll be fine, thanks kindly. I can grow food and build a roof over me and my family's house over my head and rest it comfortably. Fix you up real good. Been doing it the entire of my life. We ain't got to sleep on dripping rain or snow blowing through the walls. Yes, ma'am, I'll be fine. And my name is Moses. It is not Sammy, and it ain't just Sambo. My name is Moses.
Yes, of course, but another Moses. What do you suppose you think you will do?
One thing is we'll be drinking out of cups and not them troughs.
But you have plenty of water and food and a decent roof over your head.
Well, and I reckon on finishing learning to read and write and talk proper more than I, go to school. And maybe start a school for Negro people who can't read and write and talk. Maybe we'll vote too.
Vote?
Sure. Maybe one day even be in a big office making decisions for helping to make sure ain't nobody looking back.
The government? Surely you have very imaginative aspirations.
Maybe even one day we'll see a colored president like Mr. Lincoln.
A Negro president? Oh, When pigs take wings.
Let me tell you something, Miss Harvard. There's an old saying that says when a fool has finally figured out how to play the game, all the players done gone. So I reckon I'll be on my way.
Wait a minute, Sam. Moses. One or two workers can't do all that work.
Nope, no ma'am.
Then what am I going to do?
That ain't my decision to make, Miss Harvard. All due respect.
Why are you people so ungrateful?
Miss Harvard, I reckon you got to do what we doing. Walk by faith and not by sight. You thought it was, you saw, and thought it was. You was listening to the God of your Bible. We looking at King James.
Mine is from the King James.
We got the one that say faith is something of your hopes and dreams and peace and love and babies and land. Land. Teachers and schools. And we can write our own stories. Make something and make money. We looking at so much now. What are you looking at, Miss Harvard? Because we both done had faith for 200 years. We just having different visions in what we saw. Two 100 years upon blood, sweat, tears. 200 years of Negro work. We got enough here to claim some of it. This here, where we find him lynched. And over there, got a lot of flesh and blood from a lot of whippings. Look away in them fields. Way down in them fields. And over there is the creek from all them tears from losing a child to freedom or losing a child to home. Some of us can't look away. We had love so deep, one didn't have to tell the other what's wrong, didn't have to ask to touch. We had faith that one day we'll be rewarded. And although we ain't seen it, we believe that there's a life for us and we can tend to our own needs now. So if somebody can't go, he may be too tired and gotta stay where his blood is. And now we're going to a new place and start the second part with new eyes and new grin. We know the road is going to be rough and there'll be plenty of mountains to climb. And the Red Sea done parted the way for us. Yes, ma'am, we going to a new town. And if it ain't there yet, then we make it. A new town. Maybe that's what we'll call it. New town. In these here United States of America, I am America too. I wish you well. I'm going to see where I can find something new.
We, the people of the United States, in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility, provide for the common defense, promote the general welfare, and secure the blessings of liberty to ourselves and our posterity, do ordain and establish this Constitution for the United States of America. Representatives and direct taxes shall be apportioned among the several states which may be included within this union, according to this respective numbers, which shall be determined by adding to the whole number of free persons, including those bound to service for a year, a term of years, and excluding Indians not taxed, 3/5 of all other persons. 3/5 of all other persons. 3/5 of all other persons. That on the first day of January in the year of our Lord, 1863, all persons held as slaves within any state or designated part of a state, the people whereof shall then be in rebellion against the United States, shall be then thenceforward and forever free. And forever free. And forever free. In the executive government of the United States, including the military and naval authority thereof, will recognize and maintain the freedom of such persons, and will do no acts to repress such persons or any of them in any effort they may make for their actual freedom. Black codes, the black codes, black codes. Neither slavery nor involuntary servitude, except as a punishment for crime. A punishment for crime. A punishment for crime. Whereof the party shall have been duly convicted, shall exist within the United States or any place subject to their jurisdiction. Congress shall have power to enforce this article by appropriate legislation. I am America. I am America. I am America.
Cotton, 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 cotton. I wish I was in the land of cotton. Old times there are not forgotten. Look away, look away, look away, Dixieland. In Dixieland where I was born in, early on one frosty morning, look away, look away, look away, Dixieland. Weaver, 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 weaver. Oh, Mrs. Margaret Wilder Weaver, William was a gay deceiver. Look away,
look away, look away, Dixieland. But when he put his arm around her, smiled as fierce as a 40-pounder, look away, look away, look away, Dixieland. Cleaver, 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 his face as sharp as a butcher's cleaver, but that did not seem to gripe her. Look away, look away, look away, Dixieland. Oh, Mrs. Art the foolish part, and died for a man that broke her heart. Look away, look away, look away, Dixieland. Oh, Mrs. Oh, Mrs. Oh, Mrs. Oh, Mrs. Now here's a heft to the next, oh, Mrs. And all the gals that want to kiss us, look away, look away, look away, Dixieland. But if you want to drive away sorrow, come and hear this song tomorrow. Look away, look away, look away, Dixieland. Then I wish I was in Dixie. Hooray, hooray. In Dixieland I'll take my stand to live and die in Dixie. Away, away, away down south in Dixie. Away, away, away down south in Dixie. Dixieland.